legend. Greenville Triumph at the house tomorrow, 2 p.m. kick. When we come back, Rashad Beard of the Panther Nation podcast joins us to talk Panther football. They host the Saints on Sunday. We'll break it down next on the Rob Brown Show on the Fan Upstate. Rashad Beard, what's up, big dog?
What's going on, guys?
How we doing, brother?
I'm good. All is well, man. No complaints.
Glad to hear it.
Looking good today, guys. What's going on? What's the occasion?
I'm having a funeral because it's the first time in my life that our two teams play, and I'm just whatever.
I get it.
No. We need rivalry. We need fights. You guys are going against your team's going against each other.
It is.
We need to hear some smack talk.
It is so much more fun, Rashad Beard, annually. The 2 times we get to talk, you know what, back and forth. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing.
Yeah, so I should cue up the funeral dirge. That's what I should do.
No, I can do it. I got it too.
So of course you do.
Yeah, you guys are getting car back, so I mean you're getting your used situation back. You know what I mean? So,
word. The interview that you have none been waiting for. At least,
let's do this. Let's go.
At least, ordinarily on Saints Panthers week, when the legendary Rashad Beard, host of the Panther Nation podcast, stops by. Usually, this is a spot where Shad and I, twice a year, talk a little bleep back and forth, have a little fun, make fun of the teams a little bit. And I got to tell you, Rashad Beard, whatever. Whatever. It's whatever.
Yeah, no, it's a unique situation for both teams. We're both kind of backsliding a little bit. And listen, I'm still excited about this. Bryce Young is getting a start, and you all better not let Bryce Young cook you guys up, because it's going to be something to talk about. It will be something to talk about if Bryce Young goes out there and slices you guys up for a little, you know what I mean? So
I mean, all right, walk me through this. Tell me, where am I at on the scale of fan? All right, because I got to tell you, Rashad, we've already proven we're not firing Dennis Allen for mediocrity. The man's won less than a third of the games as a head coach between then Oakland and now New Orleans. I'm at the point where there's a little part of me, and I don't know, I can't tell you how much it is. There's a little part of me that hopes BY cooks us up, because it might be the only damn way we fire Dennis Allen and move on. And I'm not saying Dennis Allen's the only problem, but that team, clearly they don't fall in line behind Dennis Allen. They don't like this dude. They don't believe in this dude. They don't listen to this dude. We got nothing. So if BY comes out and puts up, let's say, 275 and 3 tutties on my team, maybe that's enough. Because I'm going to tell you what right now what's going to happen is we won't fire Dennis Allen. Clint Kubiak's going to go somewhere else and be the dog I think he can be as an HC, and we're going to end up not doing that. On top of that, if BY cooks, at least he'll show he can cook. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's one way to think about it, right? If BY does go out there and have a great day, which I think he is trending in the right direction based off of the last game. It wasn't perfect by any means, but at least heading in the direction where we think he can at least show us something. I do think he did a decent job against a very good Broncos defense. The Saints defense is good, but it's not the Broncos defense. So maybe Bryce Young can put together something here. And I don't know. We don't have anything to lose, right? There's no point in us not playing Bryce Young and not seeing what we have. And I think he can go out there and play free and take the pressure off. And for your sake, hopefully get your guy fired. And I think it's possible. It's quite possible.
See, I'm noticing a quiet confidence, a storm brewing from Rashad, because he knows that the Panthers are going to beat this horrible team, the New Orleans Saints, and it's going to be a cakewalk. That's what it's going to be. And I could see that. Look at that smile. I mean, he knows that's a knowing smile. One person on this panel happy, the other person's wearing sunglasses. And
Yeah, I have nothing to lose. Like, I could care less, right? We have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose here. Like, I have all the confidence in the world because if we lose, hey, we were supposed to lose. If we win, oh, dude, oh, you're gonna hear it, buddy. You are gonna hear it if we happen to win this
Look,
game.
there is, I said this earlier in the show, Rashad, there is, for your team, for my team, nothing on the line outside of because like you said, you're supposed to lose. If New Orleans goes into Carolina and wins, I come on next week and I'm like, what's up, Shad? You're like, yeah, dog, that's what it was always supposed to be. If Carolina wins, you might not be on this show next week, dog, because I may not do the show next week. I may just call in sick for the whole week because I will be sick of this crap.
Yeah.
I got to put that.
House money, man. I'm playing with house money here. Low expectations, you know what I mean? If we come away with the victory, yeah, I'm victory lapping. So yeah, I hope to see you next week in a good light.
Gross. That's weak. That's weak, and there ain't a damn thing I can do about it. That's why I hate it. All right, let's jump in here and talk about this game a little bit. I guess we have to. Derek Carr coming back for New Orleans. Ain't played a ball game in 5 weeks, but you all know who Derek Carr is already. Yay. Derek Carr ain't the problem. We got Olave, who seems to be getting a concussion every week. He's like baby Tua Tagovailoa right now. Rashid Shaheed, who was the only deep threat we had, down for the season with an injury. Like, this team's busted up and can't do much. Like, this to me feels like a week that Ejiro Evero and the gang should be full afterburner on the attack defensively. Do you expect to see the defense kind of turn loose a little bit?
Yeah, I think we're getting some guys back. And please, Rob, don't talk to me about injuries, sir. Like, come on. Don't give me the injury excuse. You're talking to a Panthers fan here. We've dealt with more than enough injuries. So hey, looks like we're playing on an even playing field here. So I do it. We'll get some guys back. Hopefully, Wanham will finally get a chance to see him. And again, JC, the defense is getting better. It's not perfect, but we're going to get some guys back potentially, and we'll be able to, hopefully Derek Carr will rattle him a little bit, being his first game back in 5 weeks, like you mentioned. And I think the guys are going to get better, and we'll see. I mean, there's a lot of pride here for the defense. Y'all hung 40 up on us, you know what I mean, last time around. So we got, if there's some time to see a dog, some dog in this team, and Sean Payton, your other guy, last week tried to run the score up on us. So we've got a lot of, incentive to go out here and play well and show that we have some fight. And so I think you're going to see just that this week.
First off, we hung 47 on you. Let's be real clear.
See?
Let's be real clear. All right. Let's be real clear. I got to take what I can get, Rashad, because I don't have much. All right. Golly. All right. On the other side of the football, offensively, again, you kind of know where the Saints are right now. They're a team that's going to try to take the run away from you and try to get to a quarterback, especially Bryce Young. They're going to try to get back there and do everything you just said about Carr to Spencer Rattler. And yes, we have won a game since, Domo. We went up to Dallas and hung 41 on them. Now, we ain't won a game since then, but we did get Dallas at their house. So at least I got those two.
Shut the hell up.
Nobody asked you, Lonzo.
I was with you.
Okay,
there.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure. No, offensively, you do get BY back. Twofold. Start with this. BY should start every game the rest of the year. There is no point in going back to Andy Dalton. You saw, look, the theory was you bring him in so you can show the Canales system works. Okay, you did. You beat Vegas. You competed with Cincinnati, but it's been all downhill since then. I think you roll BY the rest of the season. So if nothing else, you can answer the question at the end of the year. Can he or can't he?
Yeah, I firmly am with that. I've been saying that for a while here. And again, it's not about who the better quarterback is. It's about the future at this point. We know Andy Dalton's probably going to give us a better quote unquote opportunity to win, although I think it's a little bit even. I think that, Bryce should have the opportunity for him to play the rest of the season, and let's see what we have so we can make that decision whether he's going to be a long-term backup or whether he can actually be the franchise quarterback and show something. And so again, I'm not saying that he is the guy. I'm not saying he has to show it, right? He's got to go out there and get better and better and better week in, week out. And by the end of the season, we can make that determination whether we're going to draft a guy, bring in a veteran. But we're only going to know that if we see him, and we have nothing else to play for. That we're not in playoff contention. There's nothing else to do but see if Bryce Young can do this. And so I'm of that thought. Yes, let him play the rest of the season.
So somebody asked me earlier in the week, because I had this take earlier in the week, and somebody said, what's different, right? Like you didn't say that last year. You said, if you put him out there in last year's offense because it's so bad, you're not going to, what's different this year? And the answer is Dave Canales ain't going anywhere, right? Like even if you don't win another game, Dave Canales ain't going anywhere. So even if the team ain't what you want it to be, and it's not, at the end of the day, you've got your coach, you've got your OC, you've got your plan, you've got your system. Even if the team's bad, I got to see BY can operate in it and hopefully show some flashes that you go, all right, next year when we've got potentially a number 1 overall draft pick, you moved up in the trade with the, not that it's a huge jump, but you moved up in the Ravens trade for Deontay. We'll talk about that in a second. I got to see if he can handle the system before we worry about, can he handle it with better investments, or do we need to go ahead and figure out how the hell we're going to make a change? Is Shador the guy?
Yeah, I think Canales, like you mentioned, Canales isn't going anywhere. I think he has a quarterback type, and I don't know that Bryce Young fits that type. Although I think that's part of the reason why he was hired. That's neither here nor there. I do think Canales deserves the opportunity to get a quarterback that's going to make his system work, and he hasn't been given that opportunity. He did not select Bryce Young, nor did he select Andy Dalton. So he deserves the opportunity to go and get his guy, whether it's Shador, whether it's Cam Ward, whether it's another veteran out there next year. He deserves that opportunity so that we can see his offense perform at its best. And we just haven't seen that. And that's not his fault entirely, right? He's dealing with some holdovers from the last regime. So that's just what it is. And he just deserves that opportunity to go get his guy.
I don't disagree with that at all. John Brooks, the rumor going around is he could make his debut this weekend. Do we have any news on that you're aware of?
Yeah, I don't have anything. I'm just excited to see it as anybody else. Although I don't want to rush it either. I'm seeing if you take a look at the offense and you see what Miles Sanders is doing, just envision number 24 doing that, because that's what Jonathan Brooks is going to do, catching out the backfield. Really smooth running back, and I cannot wait to see him, but I also don't want to rush it. It's coming off of a major injury last year. So let's take the time. We knew it was going to take this amount of time to get him on the field. So let's slow roll it. It's no real rush to get him out there, and let's wait until he's ready.
Yeah, I there's no point in hustling him out, right? There's no point in hurrying this. Like, let him take his time. All right, the Deontay trade earlier this week, you move up spots, and there's the chance this could be anywhere. I think the max you're moving up is probably 13 spots. There's also the chance Baltimore wins the Super Bowl, the Carolina Panthers get the 1 pick, and you literally moved up 1 spot. But, and this is the point I made earlier, that dude, I know he said he wanted to stay in Carolina. Realistically, you're cleaning books, probably wasn't going to happen to come back. So as much as it makes the team worse this year, you're a 1-win football team. It's not like there was a whole lot worse to go below that. I actually don't mind the deal. At least you get something out of it as opposed to just letting them walk at the end of it.
I think the deal was, I've got a lot of opinions on this. I don't think the deal was great at all. I think it was, in fact, a terribly structured deal, to be honest with you. We essentially paid the Ravens to take him. So there's some things going on behind the scenes in regards to Deontay. Things will start to come out. I think he was obviously frustrated with the situation. I think when he first got here, things were supposed to be different, right? And they just did not pan out the way he was told. And I think he got frustrated and he wanted to get out. And basically we just gave him away, essentially. Like we moved up a couple of spots. Yeah, we got something, but basically nothing. The goal was to free up a little bit of cap space as well. In offering his contract, we didn't get that either. Like we paid the Ravens to take him from us, essentially. And it wasn't a good structured deal, but it is what it is. We did get something, albeit very, very, very little, for a talented wide receiver.
Fair enough. Rashad Beard, host of the Panther Nation podcast, joins us every Thursday. I'm going to keep it a buck with you, Rashad. I don't know if I'm coming Sunday yet or not. Like I want to, but I also really don't.
Now, come on, man. You got to come. We got to take our annual, you know what I mean? You know what we do. We got to go up to the top, enjoy our festivities. Come on, don't do that.
He's going to be there. He just wants you to.
I mean it when I say it. If I'm there Sunday, it's only because we got a 4-year brown liquor streak going that I don't want to break. That's the only reason to drive my ass up to Charlotte this Sunday. That's it.
Absolutely. Let's do it, man. Come on.
Rashad Beard, host of the Panther Nation podcast. Find him on Twitter at Panther Nation PC. More importantly, go to the YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribed up to that. There is no better place to listen to Panther football talk than with Rashad and Dave over on the PNP. Appreciate you, big dog. I will Maybe see you Sunday, fella. Maybe.
Come
we'll
on,
see.
man. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
My guy, Rashad Beard, host of the Panther Nation podcast. Lonzo with a sports flash.
The New York Jets broke a 5-game losing streak last night with a 21-13 win over the Houston Texans. Aaron Rodgers completed 22 of 32 passes for 211 yards and 3 touchdowns, outdueling C.J. Stroud, who was only 11 of 30 for 191 yards with no touchdowns. Garrett Wilson made an amazing touchdown catch. You guys really need to watch it. It was amazing. A familiar voice to baseball fans has stepped away from the mic. After calling games for 42 years, Bob Costas announced yesterday he's called his last game. The last game was the ALDS series between the Yankees and Royals. Tune in tonight, 7 p.m. as the Burns Rebels head to Boiling Springs to take on the Bulldogs. It's Burns versus Boiling Springs right here on your home for Burns Rebels football. The Fan Upstate.